Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aziza. Now I have three questions from my friends and I will answer the questions. The first question is, what are the principles of language assessment? And then the second is, what are the difference between subjective and objective testing and then the application in the learning? And then the third is, what are the challenges in applying authentic assessment? And now I would like to answer from the first question, is the principle of language assessment. The first is practicality. Practicality and effective test is practical. This is not excessively expensive, stays within appropriate time constraints, and is relatively easy to administer, and has a scoring or evaluation procedure that is specific and time efficient. Kepraktisan or practicality ini mengacu pada kemudahan yang ada pada setiap tes, baik dalam mempersiapkan, menggunakan, memperoleh hasil maupun kemudahan dalam menyimpan. Kemudian the next is reliability. Reliable test is consistent and dependable. If you give the same test to the same student or match student on two different occasions, the test should yield similar result. The first is student-related reliability. The most common learner-related issue in reliability is caused by temporary illness, fatigue, apathy, anxiety, and other physical or psychological factors, which may make an observed score differ from one's true scores. And then second is rater reliability. Inter-rater reliability occurs when two or more scores of the same test, possibly for the lack of attention to scoring criteria, inexperience, inattention, or even preconceived bias. And then while intra-rater reliability is a common occurrence for classroom teachers because of unclear scoring criteria and bias towards particular good and bad student, or simple carelessness. And then the third is test administration reliability. The condition of the test is influenced by environment factors and it very disrupt the test implementation. Pada kondisi ini, tes dilaksanakan ramai, bising, gaduh. Hal ini mengurangi reliabilitas hasil tes. Kemudian tes reliability, sometimes the nature of the test itself can cause major error. If a test too long, test taker may become fatigued by the time and the reads item and respond incorrectly. And then validity, tes ini mengacu pada tingkat ketepatan tes tersebut sebagai alat ukur hasil belajar siswa, dan faktor yang mempengaruhi validitas hasil tes adalah faktor instrumen kurang baik atau faktor pelaksanaan evaluasi dan penskoran, faktor jawaban dari peserta didik yang mana siswa menjawab dari sebuah pertanyaan dengan secara cepat dan penggunaan gaya bahasa tertentu. Kemudian content related evidence, this is another way of understanding content. Validity is to consider the difference between direct and indirect testing. Direct testing involves the test takers in actually performing the target task, and indirect is not the performing. And then criterion related evidence, a second form of evidence of the validity of a test, may be found in what is called criterion related evidence, also referred to as criterion related validity, or the extent to which the criterions of the test has actually been reached. And then construct related evidence, this is that can support validity, but one that does not play a large role for classroom teacher and is construct-related validity, and commonly referred to as construct validity. And then this is a large scale standard size. And then consequential validity. This is including such consideration as its currency in mature standard criteria, its impact on the preparation of the takers, and then effect on the learner. And then next is phase validity. An important phase of consequential validity is the extent to which students view the assessment as fair, relevant, and useful for improving learning. And then fourth, authenticity. Authenticity is a concept that is a little slippery to define, especially within the art and science of evaluating and designing tests. And then the last is WASBAC. WASBAC is the effect of testing on teaching and learning, and known among language testing specialists as WASBAC in large-scale assessment. WASBAC generally refers to the effect the tests have on instruction in terms of how students prepare for the test. Okay, now I would like answer the second questions. And there are two general type of tests, objective and subjective. And the first is objective test. This aim to assess a specific part of the learner's knowledge using questions which have a single correct answer. And then while subjective tests aim to assess areas of students' performance that are complex and qualitative using questioning which may have more than one correct answer or more ways to express it. And then objective and subjective tests have several characteristics. There are some characteristics. The first is objective test. Objective test is there are so definite and so clear that a single definite answer is expected, and then they ensure perfect objectivity in scoring, and it can be scored objectively and easily. It takes less time to answer than an essay test. And then subjective test characteristic is subjective items are generally easier and less time consuming to construct than are most objective test items. And then different readers can read identical responses differently, and the same readers can read the same paper differently over time. And then objective testing such as multiple choice and true or false and matching rearrangement items, while subjective testing such as essay writing, problem solving, performance, and then letter writing. Okay, now the last questions, and the last question is what is the challenge in applying authentic assessment? And student may have difficulty taking the assessment, and teacher may question assessment validity and whether it truly demonstrates understanding. And what the meaning in the point is siswa harus mengambil penilaian autentik berdasarkan mereka presentasikan atau mendemonstrasikan penguasaan materi atau bahasa. Oleh karena itu tidak semua pembelajaran or tests using a paper such as multiple choice, true or false, and etc. And difficulty which got by students, namely siswa harus berpikir kritis dalam mengerjakan sebuah keterampilan bahasa Inggris, baik lisan maupun tertulis. Dan penilaian autentik sering digunakan untuk mengukur pengetahuan siswa secara mendalam di bidang tertentu. And then teacher give the assessment pada sebuah tim group yang mana doing a project and essay or presentation in the last learning. And then nilai kelompok dapat merusak motivasi karena tidak menghargai pekerjaan individu atau penampilan satu orang yang dapat menurunkan nilai kelompok, sehingga kemungkinan dapat berpengaruh pada prestasi siswa, dan siswa yang mempunyai kinerja rendah akan mendapatkan nilai tinggi di kelompoknya. Oke, itulah jawaban dari saya, jawaban dari ketiga pertanyaan dari teman saya. I think that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.